Always remember, the telephone can be your best friend.
John, this is the vicar. Look, I'm awfully sorry to bother you at work, but I have some bad news for you. It's your wife. She's run off with the postman.
This is the nerve center of a branch, the machine room, or as we would have called it in the old days, strategic headquarters. And it is here, amid the noise and the bustle, where the battle is at its hottest, that our hero, the new entrant, it is here that the new entrant will make his first acquaintance with his very good friend-to-be, the telephone. Not the easiest place for anyone to become a smooth, relaxed, knowledgeable and expert user of the telephone, I agree. But with patience and persistence, in the fullness of time, he may well scale the telephonic heights. Excuse me a moment. Miss Fortescue, would you send my coffee and 2 tea biscuits up here? What? You're not Miss Fortescue? Securities? Well, I know that. Just to keep you awake. Where was I? Oh, yes. Yes, new entrance in the use of the telephone. Now, you know why it's important, don't you? Because when you are on the phone, you are the bridge between the bank and the customer. Do you realize that you are as important as the manager himself? Not to mince words, you are the bank. Now, most new entrants make some very definite mistakes when they first start using the phone. So I'm going to help you by showing you the main ones. Now, this first one can have extremely serious consequences. So pay very close attention.
Good morning.
Angela Beamish here. I'm ringing up to find out if my cheque in favour of Holroyd's has gone through yet.
How much was the cheque for?
Oh, a considerable amount. Pounds and pounds.
Would you mind hanging on for a minute, please? Miss Beamish? Miss Beamish? Miss Beamish? Miss Beamish? Yoo-hoo!
See what I mean? Such a terrible waste, too. I mean, the woman was in her prime. And it was all so simple. If it was taking longer than expected, all he had to do was to return to the phone and tell Miss Beamish either that she hadn't been forgotten or that he would get the information and ring her back. After all, she was no ordinary woman. She was, God rest her soul, a Barclays customer. Still, no good getting morbid. What? We must just try to lose less Miss Beamishes, that's all. Now, how can we do that? Well, let's get back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals. What is the basic problem? I'll show you.
Ian, telephone. Ian?
Noisy boy. Now, it was fear that made him behave like that. Not fear of the telephone, though. He was frightened of making himself look a fool in front of his friends, and of the trouble he could get himself into by answering the phone and then finding himself being asked a lot of difficult questions.
Hello, can I help you? I trust so. I am Jonathan Fielder, Fielder Electrical Limited. You're who, sir?
Jonathan Fielder, Fielder Electrical Limited.
Oh, yes. Look, I've just received notification of a rights issue from Whitworths Limited.
Right what, sir?
A rights issue. I want to know, should I take it up?
Should you take it up?
Yes.
Up where, sir?
Look, just listen to me, will you? I have just received notification of a rights issue from Whitworths Limited. I want some advice, please. Should I take it up, or should I sell the option?
A difficult question, I admit that. But remember, he's not fighting a lone battle. Behind him, he has the full might of the Barclays army. All he had to do was to transfer the call to someone with the expert knowledge required. Yeah. Whitworths. Rights issues? Yeah. Oh, good boy, yes. I'm very glad you're asking me. But I'm rather tied up at the moment. Look, I tell you what, bring Carruthers. Security section. Yeah, he'll help you. Very good. I mean, I could have answered all these questions just like that. But knowing who to put him through to, and how to do it, that's the important thing.
Yes. Yes. Is there anything else, sir? Oh, I see. Right. Well, fine. Yes, I think the best person to answer that for you then is Mr. Johnson in our foreign department. If you'll hold the line, I'll put you through. Okay. John? John, I've got Mr. Clark on the phone. Mr. C.J. Clark. Yes, he's calling about a foreign cheque we're collecting for him. Okay, I'll put him through.
Success is the art of giving correct information. So, inform the customer why you're transferring him and to whom, and tell your colleague who is on the phone and what he wants. That will give him the opportunity to add the personal touch and to at least appear efficient from the word go.
Is that Mr. Clark? Oh, no, sir. I'm sorry. We still haven't received the money for that cheque. Oh, sometime next week, I'd say. Oh, yes, sir. We will advise you. Yes. Okay, sir? Thank you. Goodbye.
Of course, part of the secret is familiarity. The more a new entrant uses the phone, the quicker he will gain that confidence that he needs. The confidence that he is becoming the master of his phone, receiving, but more importantly, imparting correct and valuable information. Excuse me. Yeah.
It's your wife,
Oh.
sir.
Put her through.
What do you mean by this? You promised to leave
Look, please, I haven't got a word. How can... Would you just give me a chance to... But... Bye. Where was I? Oh, yes, yes, of course. The need to be confident and informative on the phone. You see, confidence instills confidence. And without it, you haven't got a chance.
Hello, who's that?
I am Sir Anthony Barnett. Who are you, sir?
Me? Is it Barclays Bank here? Can I help you?
Well, if you're as efficient as you sound, I shouldn't think so. Not for one single solitary moment.
And I wouldn't blame him under those circumstances. There's someone blithering on like that. You see, there's a correct way to answer the telephone. And when you know how and what to say, you'll be confident. And what's more, you will instill confidence.
Good morning, Barclays Bank, Hatton Cross branch. May I help you? Ah, yes, Miss Nichols, yes, certainly. Yes, fine.
That's it. Good boy. Precise and exact. But being precise and exact does not mean being pernickety.
Good morning, can I help you?
This is Mr. Campbell.
Campbell. Ah, that's C as in Carthage, A as in Abercrombie, M as in mnemonic, P as in Patagonia.
Pardon?
Patagonia? That is P as in peaches, A as in Abercrombie.
No. It's spelt R-O, as in bringing off.
Must remember that the bank's customers are busy people, and they don't want to waste time unnecessarily on the phone. They want to get through as quickly as possible. And they don't like this.
I'm sorry, sir. All the lines to the machine room are engaged at the moment. I'll put you through as soon as I can. Can you hold on, please? You seem to have been waiting some time, sir. Do you think it would be better if we rang you back? Oh, yes, as soon as possible. Yeah. I got your number, sir. Yeah. Okay, we'll be right back. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Now, we all know that the bank is a busy place and that sometimes all the lines can be busy. But we don't want lines tied up because of this sort of thing.
About tonight, then, my lovely one. What is my lady's pleasure? Is it the disco that takes her fancy? No? Oh, well then, how about then if we make it back to my place and take in a little whiskey and sofa, hmm?
If he's caught making calls like that, his feet won't touch the ground. Now, you all know what this is. This is a Barclays Service Guide. It details the many services that Barclays Bank offers to its customers. Now, the point I'm trying to make is this. Nobody knows. Nobody could be expected to know. Even I don't know all the services that are offered in this book. But, and here's the vital point, any Barclays customer out of any of the thousands at your branch could ring up and ask about any one of those services. Now, if that happens, don't panic. And above all, don't do this.
Yeah, here we are, so yes, just get into it now. Barclay card.
I did not say Barclay card. I said Barclay loan. I've had a Barclay card card ever since you were naught but a gleam in your father's eye, young whippersnapper.
Yes, quite so. Yeah, that's what I meant, sir. I meant Barclays Loan, yes.
I am prepared to read through the entire length of Gone with the Wind while I await your reply.
But I would prefer to read it under different circumstances.
Sorry, I won't keep you moments, sir.
Not at all. Moreover, I would be prepared to hazard a guess that your damn base rate has risen since this call started.
See, he was trying to do more than he was expected to do. All he had to do was hand over to his supervisor, or ring back promptly with the information as soon as he found it. Right, well now let's have a little recap. We've dealt with lots of don'ts so far. Don't keep customers hanging on. Don't be afraid of the phone. Don't shout at the phone. Don't shut off a telephone line with personal call. Yeah. It's for you. Don't try and do too much while you're on the phone. Well, that's a pretty good list of don'ts. And if you've learned them, well then, you're really making progress. Now for the do's. Do identify the bank and branch properly.
Good morning, Barclays Bank, Hatton Cross branch. May I help you?
Do tell the customer why you're transferring.
Yes. Is there anything else?
And to whom?
Oh, I see. Right. Well, fine. Yes, I think the best person to answer that for you then is Mr. Johnson in our foreign department. If you'll hold the line, I'll put you through.
Do tell your colleague whom you are transferring and why.
John? John, I've got Mr. Clark on the phone, Mr. C.J. Clark. Yes, he's calling about a foreign cheque we're collecting for him. Okay, I'll put him through.
A lot of people don't realize that thousands of the bank's customers never come into the bank at all. Their only communication is via a letter or a phone call. So you can understand the impression that you create on the occasions that they do telephone the bank is very, very important. When you answer, try and put a smile in your voice. Be natural. And above all, do listen to what the customer is saying. Really is a wonderful invention, isn't it? Just to think that if you just dial a dozen or so digits, you could be talking to a friend in Australia. And that is neither a suggestion nor an invitation. No, but it is wonderful. Really fires the imagination. And that brings me to another point. When you use the telephone and you're talking to some completely anonymous personage at the other end of the line, don't let your imagination run away.
May I help you?
Oh, yes, I'm sure you can. I want you to stop my standing order to Debenhams. I've made my final payment on the super soft settee, the garden lounger, and of course, my double bed.
Yeah, what a disillusioning. But this is a realistic program, and the truth cannot be hidden. So, let's show it the way it really is.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you can. I want you to cancel my standing order to Debenhams. I've made my final payment on the super soft settee, the garden lounger, and of course, my double bed.
Now, here's the important point. If you can have a wild, exaggerated view of what Barclays customers look like, they can have pretty wild ideas about you. So let's sum up. The key to using the telephone correctly is confidence. Sound confident and you will instill confidence. If you aren't too sure of yourself, then ask someone. Don't guess. Answer the phone promptly, put a smile in your voice, and learn to listen. Above all, never forget. When you're better at your job, you'll be happier at your job. Well, Ian finally learned that, and if he can do it, then you most certainly can. He wasn't the brightest of two entrants, you know. And remember this. The new entrant of today is the branch manager of tomorrow. Well, perhaps not quite tomorrow, but you know what I mean. So keep at it. Wasn't there the telephone ringing? I don't know. And now, the time has come to end our film. We're almost through it. We hope when your phone rings, you'll know just what and how to do it. You'll speak in voice that's clear, and you will say, not in a shy way, I hope that I may help, for that is my way. Yes, man or girl, you've made your start, and you'll go on to play your part. Perhaps one day you'll rise in rank and even run a Barclays Bank. But till that day, you'll merely say, I'll do it my way.
Good morning, Barclays Bank, Hatton Cross branch. May I help you?